in North are generally known to be aggressive, and we're very emotional people. So there's no two ways about it.
Can-do spirit.
Yeah, when we go onto the field, if we want to do something, we want to do something. There's no two ways about it. You won't see a change of emotion suddenly, or once you think about doing something, then you put your heart and soul into it. So that's, I think, what I believe in as well, as being on the field. And as I said, the approach was the same during the time that they played as well. So I think that's the most important thing for any cricketer, to have that kind of approach, that you give your heart and soul into the field.
Would you still want to play cricket in this era? When Virat 70s, 80s, you must have heard. Would you have wanted to play at that time?
Yes, I would love to have that that part of playing in Sir's era. And one more thing, I mean, I saw the quality of fast bowling that used to exist.
दोस्तों ये सभी तो हमने कई बार देखा है, जो इंडियन मीडिया है वो विराट कोहली के ऊपर ज़्यादा हार्श होती है। वो विराट कोहली की जो बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस होती है उसको भी लो दिखाती है। ये हमने सभी ने कई बार देखा, जो बड़े बड़े मीडिया चैनल हैं वो भी ये काम करते हैं। तो आप एक बार देख सकते हैं जैसे किस तरह से वो विराट कोहली को एजेंडा बना के विराट कोहली की
With the West Indian team, the Australian, the English team, all of them. So as a batsman, you dream of scoring against the best oppositions and the best bowling attacks. So I always think how batsmen from Sir's era used to do that without having the proper even protection equipment. I mean, they didn't have helmets with grills, or initially no thigh pads. Gloves were not of great quality, even the pads and the bats. And still people used to score double hundreds, triple hundreds. So it also used to be really challenging all in all. Even the wickets, I heard, they were not covered most of the time. And that sort of challenge is something that really gives me a thrill of actually wanting to experience that and wanting to score runs in those conditions, and know how it is to actually be in that kind of mindset. That's why all the batsmen, the bowlers from those eras are called Sirs. And we really look up to them in a big way, because the kind of cricket that used to be at that point of time so competitive, without having the proper protection gear, and in adverse conditions, they scored tons and tons of runs and took.
That's very nice of him to actually take up that challenge. But then Virat Kohli against those fast bowlers in that era, would he have been as successful?
I think yes. I mean, if you're a good cricketer, you are a good cricketer. It doesn't matter which generation. If you ask Sunil Gavaskar to come in this era, you want to tell me he won't get run? Of course, he will get tons of runs. And if you put him on that era, might be when you are not habit of playing with a helmet, you would have adjusted yourself. I don't think so. Before our era, if we talk about in 60s and 50s, they didn't have a thigh pad also, and some of the equipment have changed. Like, I remember the boots, what they used to bowl, and shoes they used to play was totally difficult to even manage. Somebody shows them, I used to bowl with those different bats, but they didn't have that experience, so they can't even imagine. And why should they imagine? Today the things have gone further, and they are enjoying that. I personally feel the life become much more tougher for cricketer now than in our era. We used to play 5-6 months, and maybe it's a tough 5-6 months. We didn't have so many facilities, we didn't have so many things, but we had 5-6 months. And these cricketer, when I see almost 10 months in a year, I think it's tough. I played a cricketer and footballer, professional footballer and professional cricketer in England. He was a county Phil Neal, who was a manager of England team. I used to ask him in county cricket, what do you find, which is more difficult, cricket or football? He said, football is a piece of cake, which I couldn't believe it. I said, what? He said, yes, Kapil, the only thing is, cricket you play 9 to 7 o'clock in the evening, maybe 6 in the morning to 7 o'clock in the evening. Football we play 90 minutes and we practice 2 hours, 3 hours. So he said, mentally you drain yourself if you play 10 months. So I feel these cricketers are much more tougher, are much more harder, because they have to play almost 10 months, and day out, you lose the passion, you lose so much interest on the game, because nobody can have same passion for 300 days out of 365 days. So it's very tough. Maybe these boys can adjust much better.
Virat, Kapil Dev in T20 in the IPL, do you wanted him in your team?
He would be the most valuable player, I guess. As I said, he's a great fast bowler and a batsman at the same time.
अब ये कहाँ तक सही है कहाँ तक गलती हम नहीं बोल सकते, क्योंकि ये जो इंडियन मीडिया है वो अपनी बंदे हो जो अपनी क्रिकेट के जो एक महानतम बल्लेबाज है उसको गिराने की कोशिश करती है। ये हमने देखा होगा। ये खुला बोल देते हैं इंटरव्यू में कि हम विराट कोहली को पसंद नहीं करते। आप बताइए कहाँ तक जायज़ है ये? तो मैं तो नहीं मानता कि इस तरह से करना चाहिए। आपको बेस्ट बैट्समैन है जो एशिया कप वर्ल्ड कप में हर बार परफॉर्मेंस देता है और इस बार आने वाला है इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान में, तो वो देता ही देता है।